Sort of constantly daydreaming about builds I'd love to do on this channel, future plans and goals, different cars I'd like to build, that kind of thing. I guess I remembered I had a car in the garage already that I should be working on and I've been kind of neglecting for the last little while, probably 5 years or so. Mostly neglecting based on like money and not having a reason to kind of spend the money on it. But now with the channel that we're growing and wanting content, I think it's kind of time to start spending money on this or have an incentive to spend the money on it and make videos and content for everybody. So this is a 1988 Toyota Supra Turbo. Inherited it from my brother-in-law about 5 years ago. Kind of been on jack stands ever since. He had been accumulating parts for a 2J engine swap for years, but ended up with all that stuff as well. It's something I'd eventually like to do just because that's kind of how the car was supposed to end up at one point. As much as I'd like to start diving in head first to that engine swap, I think maybe I should drive it first because I've never actually driven it yet. It's just kind of been sitting in here. So I should start doing some stuff to get it on the road again, to try and drive it and enjoy it a little bit, and then kind of work on the 2J engine because we'll have to pull it apart, put new pistons and rods in and build it back up. So it is a factory turbo car. It's a 7M GT in here right now. Ran when we parked it, but it's been sitting for 5 years. So we're going to need to do some stuff to it before we can actually get it going. So what needs to happen to drive it? So front rotors and pads, rear rotors and pads. I'd like to do like a brake upgrade. I bought some Mercedes Brembos to put on the front. Just been kind of procrastinating that because I didn't have any wheels that would fit it yet. We ended up getting some wheels the other day that should fit it, so we'll maybe do that. Probably later on down the line though. I did order a bunch of stock brake parts to put it all back together and get it running just so I don't have to like mess around trying to fit those Mercedes brakes right now. E-brake cables. There's no parking brake cables in the back right now. I ordered some new ones, so we'll have to get that going, new drum brakes and everything. Yeah, I guess the subframe was swapped at some point and they just cut the brake lines in the back. So being a manual car, I probably need that. So I fixed a broken bolt on the sway bar on the front. So when I was replacing all the front suspension bushings and stuff, I broke one of the bolts in the front sway bar. So I have to tap and die that and put a new bolt in there. So that's something that probably needs to happen before it runs. Oil change and empty the fuel tank. It's just been kind of sitting for so long that I need to drain the gas out of it, I think. It's probably like 5-year-old gas in there. I should probably do the shifter because that one's shit. Not really sure what I want to do with it yet. Probably get like a regular cube speed one. Door hinge. So one of the door hinges is kind of broken. Like the part that keeps it from moving. So it just kind of swings open right now. I want to put a new one of those in just to minimize door slammage. Wipers, just for fun. Because that's an easy thing to do. Yeah, you could do that. A new battery. Hasn't had one in 5 years. Wheels and tires. Exhaust. It will probably need a new exhaust setup. It's just kind of a straight pipe back from the turbo right now, which is super loud and I don't really like it. But I bought this vibrant muffler a long time ago that I wanted to use for it. Just to kind of quiet it down a little bit. It doesn't have to be anything too crazy. I think that'll look kind of nice in the back. So that's all that needs to happen to actually drive it around and test it out. So these are the things that I want to do eventually. Poor Man Mods makes a front and rear brake upgrade that uses Lexus calipers and rotors for these in the stock brake lines. I think I want to do that at some point because I think it'd be nicer than using the Mercedes ones with washers holding them on. I want to upgrade the coilovers. Right now it's got like a weird tine coilover system with like the adaptive whatever control in it. It's got like these little motors that change the dampening rate based on roll of the body, I guess. And it's got like a little control on the inside, so I could probably rip that out, make it a little more simple. The target top seals are leaky and need to be replaced. I'd like it not to leak if we want to do like a road trip or something in it eventually. Not super crucial though, because probably won't really be driving it in the rain too much. The window trims are all pretty crappy. I'd like to get a new set of those back here specifically. I guess this window was broken at one point and swapped out. Just got a few little rust spots around that need fixing. It's one of the rear quarter panel, or a couple on the rear quarter panels. Just kind of grind those out and remediate them, paint them. It's missing the front lip. It's an early style front bumper, which I kind of like better than the newer ones. So just got to find a front lip for that. I don't know if I want to like maybe 3D print one and design one myself. I think that'd be kind of fun. Not sure how to do that yet, but I'm sure I could figure it out. I should probably detail the interior. I would like to get maybe different seats at some point. Just, I don't know, the blue's kind of cool, so the seats are a little small for me though. It's kind of shitty on the driver's seat. Not crucial to drive it though. Steering wheel to rep some of the brands that I like and get one of the steering wheels probably. I would like to do an audio system at some point, do like a double din in the dash and upgrade the speakers and put some subs in it or something, just to have a nice car to drive for a road trip or something. And then paint, cosmetics. I have some ideas. I'm probably not going to get it professionally painted, but I'll just kind of mess around with it with spray cans or whatever, because it's not a super nice car to begin with, so I'm not really worried about it. Maybe one day it'll be a nice car. It's just not really a nice base to start out with. It's more of a sentimental car than anything. And then the big one is the 2JZ swap that he kind of put together, or was put in together. Got a bunch of parts for it. We have a 2J already. It's just kind of sitting apart. So there's half the block there. There's the head over there. Take it all apart and build it and put it all back together. Put this on it at some point. Probably pretty big. We got Haltech ECU, the wiring harness, all that. I think it's something I'd like to do. Build my own wiring harness at some point. That would be fun. So this is sort of what the motor looks like right now. It's a factory 7M GTE, factory turbo car, but I think it was an auto car, so that was swapped to manual at one point. I think the motor ran okay when I parked it, but there's probably some shit wrong with it that we gotta figure out. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it just because I have the 2J to swap into it, but I think it'll run around and drive for a little while anyway. Yeah, even though it's not a super nice car, it is kind of the definition of a forever car. I'm gonna try and do my best to not make that mean forever on jack stands. I'm still gonna do what I want to do with it, even though it's not what his original plan was, but I feel like whatever I do end up doing with it, he'd probably be stoked on anyway, so I'm not worried about it. I think it'll turn out cool. So I just wanted to make a little kind of introduction for this car, just because it has a little bit of a backstory to it. I'll just kind of be slowly working on it. It's not going to be like a super crazy YouTube build where you have all the parts and you do it all in one video. It'll just kind of be like you guys hanging out with us, working on it every day, where I kind of do what I want to do with it and then kind of show Haley how to work on cars and stuff. I think it'll be kind of a fun project for us to work on. And these things are kind of gaining popularity, I guess, just because of how expensive the Mark IVs are these days. So I think it'd be kind of a cool car to have and drive around in. Toyota is making some reproduction parts and stuff of this car lately, so nothing too crazy, just like seals and tie rods and stuff like that, but I think that's kind of a sign to come for aftermarket for these things. There's already a lot of stuff coming, so I think that's pretty cool. At some point we'll need a new windshield too, I guess. But it's not too bad, so it's probably pretty low on the list. So yeah, that's sort of everything I need to do to get it running, and then everything I kind of want to do to it, and just slowly over time. Hoping that making videos about it will kind of motivate me to do more with it and keep working on it. I think it'll be fun to work on anyways, but I feel like it'd be more of an incentive to keep going with it. So guys, if you subscribed already, thanks for following along. Thanks for watching.